What's up, America? How's it going? This is Morbid Persons coming to you live. And I got some things that aren't factual, but they need to be discussed and gone over. So with that being said, before we go ahead and get this started, I'm going to go ahead and invite some peeps into this channel and bring some people in. Jen, Michelle, Enki, Diesel, yeah. Get it, son. Alright, so let's see. Inviting all my people in this motherfucker before we get this started and debunk some shit. Alright. First things and foremost, you people out there, you should be pissed. And let me tell you why you should be pissed. Because you've got a government running like a goddamn militia, okay? And one of these things is, you guys have set holidays. You have things that, I don't know, more like a routine, I guess I'd say, that you guys kind of go by. Every single day, you get up, you go to work, do your fucking thing. And one problem after another, right? There's too many people causing too many fucking problems, man. It's never gonna fucking end. It's just gonna fucking keep happening until somebody decides to do something or more people get killed. So, Morbid Person's gonna go ahead and give you a fucking compromise. Alright? Antifa, I hear you out there running your mouth. So this is what I have to say to you. You want to come marching on our day and you want to come threatening motherfuckers, be my guest. But let me tell you something about this, Anon. You come walk up my turf, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And I don't give a damn who you are, how big you are, or where you're from. Boards are made for a reason. And that's what I have to say about that. Now that I got that off my chest, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about another issue. Trying to make it to this park over here. I didn't wear the mask today. I don't want to freak too many people out. But there has been controversy. And me being an Anon, it's my job to debunk shit. It's my job to bring you the truth. It's my job to give you justice. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little spin real quick. EMPs. Does anybody know what a fucking EMP is? That's a stupid question, because imagine most of you fucking do. You guys aren't dummies, man. Alright, I'll go ahead and explain to you what an EMP does. Believe it or not, your own cell phone is a... How do I put it? It's a grenade. It's classified as a grenade in the governmental standards. Any device you have is a grenade. And there are reasonings for this. And oh god, it's fucking rainy. And since this is legitimate, you are an essential target. You know, there are frequencies and stuff that are put into your phones, and they can detonate at any time for any kind of fucking reason. That's just one of the things of, yeah, we feel like we got the government by the balls, they've got us by the balls. Because we have gone so far to where we're relying off of technology, and that's gone a little bit overboard, if you know what I mean. When it comes to technology, when it comes to, you know, advancements, and when it comes to specializations and these fucking, you know, and specializing in making these devices and doing things like that, you got to be certified programmer. You got to have certifications. Anything you fucking do in life now, you got to have a fucking certification for it. And what I don't understand is you have cell phone devices that have been used, and believe it or not, you are guinea pigs of something that's going to be happening here pretty soon, such as, I'm sure you guys have heard of the RFID chips. I'm sure you guys have heard of, and actually, I'm actually not far from where the RFID chips are made. Novi, Michigan. There's a plant there that manufactures microchips, and there are workers over there here in Michigan that are taking these chips. And I have also looked up and did some research, and there's a school that is in Arizona, and it's more of a private school, meaning that you would kind of have to pay for your fucking children to get in there and shit, but still, it's like a requirement that you gotta have, you know, microchips. So here's my thing, man, is before my mother had passed away, you know, which my grandma, mother, my life's confusing, But before all this shit had actually come underway, one thing that she told me in 2005 is, as you grow older and your generations become more and more frowned upon, you might experience the microchip, and do not take the microchip. And one thing, as being a Christian, they will tell you, don't ever take the microchip, because the microchip gives them more control. You guys have heard of Bitcoin. You guys have heard of digital currency. And I have also seen commercials here in the past few years about a guy, and they took this one off air real quick, and I took it down, which was really, you know, it made me real fucking sketchy. But at the same time, they had this guy that went into this store, and he had this trench coat on, and this motherfucker was walking with this trench coat. He was taking all these medicines and fucking all these, you know, all this food and everything, and shoving it into his trench coat pocket. I'm like, the fuck? Well, this guy walks up as he's walking out the store, and he takes his, freaking, you know, wrist or whatever, and scans it across the motherfucker. So, I remember seeing that commercial, and I had buddies telling me, and they were like, dude, you need to, like, check this out. I'm like, what? You guys are fucking kidding me, dude. No, they're microchipping. No, this dude had a microchip. And there's families volunteering for it in Florida. You know, I mean, these people are fucking dumbasses. For every smart bunch of 1,000, you're probably going to have maybe about 100 dumbasses out of them now, dude. People are too close-minded. People don't think that these events are real. People don't think anything's going to happen to them. And it's really sad, because your children are the ones that are affected by this the most. Has this generation become so uncaring and unloving that you would put your own children at stake? Well, I don't have an answer for that. But what I do have an answer for is, wouldn't you want to make it easier for your children as they get older? Do you want your children to be living a life with a microchip in their fucking hand? That's a decision you're going to have to make. Now, I know experience from, if I had a child, that would not be happening. You know, there'd be some hell that won't be breaking loose before they'd fucking microchip my fucking child. You know, so microchips give them a better, you know, and I'm sure you guys have, and there's been rumors, and I've also looked this up as well. There is a machine that is in Japan, and it keeps track of all Social Security numbers. And if you are American, you know what a Social Security number is. Some of you others out there in other countries, I don't know what you have, but I'm sure you have some kind of number that, you know, keeps your, you know, identity kind of in check, and it keeps you out there, you know what I mean? With that being said, I don't really know why they're trying to keep track and keep tabs of everybody, but what I do know is that there's a lot of suspicious shit going on. I can't speak for Australia, I can't speak for Ireland, I can't speak for fucking other countries around the world, but what I can speak for is fucking America. And I can tell you one thing right now, is America is up to some no good bullshit. And they're on that bullshit. And when I say they're on that bullshit, I mean they're fucking, you got the Walmart situations. Okay, I do not feel safe about that. I don't even feel safe in my own fucking country. You have rumors of martial law. You have Donald Trump taking soldiers out and training them. For what? What are these soldiers training for? Why do you need more soldiers involved in a shitstorm? You know, are you even fighting for your country anymore? What is there? If I was to join the military right now and I go into the Marine Corps, what the fuck would I be fighting for? Where am I going to be getting shipped off? Am I getting shipped off to get killed? I can only imagine if shit does hit the fan, what they're going to make the military do. And I know they take an oath. You know, you'd fight all foreign people that come on your land. You know, and that you always fight for what's right. You know, fucking, you'd never betray your country. But at the same time, what I don't understand is, I can sit here and talk to people from North Korea and have a civil conversation. I may need a translator, but I could still have a civil conversation. I can sit here and talk to you people from Australia, and I could be civil with you. We can get along just fine. Was there a government monitoring me and you, wiping our ass? No. I made a decision that I wanted to speak to you, and you are making a decision to carry on a conversation with me. Do you see us fighting? No. But your leaders and our government can't really come to a middle ground, so to speak. Therefore, they want us to hate each other. They want all of us against each other, man. And here's the thing with Anonymous, is it's world fucking wide, man. You're part of a fucking Anonymous, you're part of a fucking big ass family, and there ain't nobody turning their back on nobody. But you always have, with that millions and millions of Anons, you have, of course, some bad in the bunch, some that are rogue, some that kind of do their own fucking thing, and there are purposes, for all that. And what really gets me is, why this generation? Why all of a sudden are these things happening now? What does the future hold for me and you? Is there going to be a me and you? You have so much secretive shit going on behind the scenes. You have rumors of EMT strikes. I mean, sorry, not EMT, but EMP strikes. You have devices that are classified as hand grenades that you are holding in your everyday life. That does something to me. That makes me think, what if? That makes you paranoid about things. That makes you second guess things. It makes you feel unsafe in your own fucking country, in front of your own fucking people. Would you classify it as a country if everybody is formed together as a union? I believe one day the leaders, if they're going to try to come to a middle ground, they're going to try to come together somehow. But with all these leaders, you have so many backstabbers. You have so much shit going on. It's not going to be able to stand. You bring all these people together, you're just spelling disaster, my friend. And, it don't matter. You can sit here and say, okay, well, I'm going to sign a treaty for this person or this country or whatever. You think North Korea is, not going to be one of the first people to stab you in the back, you're fucking wrong. They use intimidation tactics, such as sending missiles and bombs and hitting fucking waters and waves, blowing shit up and stuff, just to kind of get us to fear them. And America thinks this is a joke. And I'll tell you why America thinks that this is a joke. Because I love South Park. I love some of those shows, man. I love The Simpsons, Family Guy. I love all those things, man. I fucking grew up on them, for God's sakes. But here's my problem. They're making fun of the issues and they're making them seem very little, like they'll never happen. And you are being programmed to believe this. You are being lied to. Oh, this ain't gonna happen. No. This is impossible. Nothing like this could ever happen. Until shit really hits the fan. And then it's too late. You haven't had time to prepare. I'm not trying to come on here and be a fucking doomsdayist and say, oh, well, do this. Fucking, no, you enjoy your fucking life while you still have it. I embrace you to do that. I encourage you to do that. You are entitled to do better. You should do better. But I think about this. Now, not all of us have had the best fucking childhoods, and I imagine I'm not the only one speaking in here. I imagine there's some others in here that probably either had worst or similar, childhoods as I have. But when you get into speaking politics and putting into your own personal life, it becomes a problem. It fucking becomes a nuisance, more so to say. Just what if? What if you wake up tomorrow and everything's gone? Technology. You Anons, you rely on technology to communicate with each other unless you live down a block from each other. Anonymous is never going to die because you can't defeat an idea, and I know this. But at the same time, we have all these hackers. We have these one-sided people in Anonymous that are studying how to hack, studying how to do certain things. Your skills are needed. But here's the thing. If you can't stop an EMP strike, then your purposes are very limited. You know what I mean? Once an EMT strikes, are you still going to be anonymous? I see so many people saying, I'm going to leave Anonymous today. I'm going to turn my back and walk away. Your heart was never there to begin with. Dude, you either fucking are or you're not. But no, whoa. Here's another problem. each and every single one of you are being slowly killed every single day. You're not promised tomorrow. You're not promised the next day. You're not giving these opportunities. You are being lied to and corrupted, and your own government is turning their fucking backs on you. So for you to come in here and say, I'm not anonymous, there are people that are anonymous don't even know they're anonymous. They're just activists, protesters. I imagine there are some people in Antifa right now that they've got an anonymous mindset. They want a peaceful protest, but they found an activist group called Antifa, and they don't know. I mean, I'm sure they know about Anonymous, but newcomers, so to speak. And that's just their purpose to find their place in life. Now, don't let it bother you too much that there are spies that are coming from Antifa basically saying they're anonymous. Because believe it or not, there are Adons saying they're Antifa. Hey, it goes both ways, man. And I call them spies. And you get some people that run with black hat, that run with gray hats, fucking funny hats, whatever the fuck you want to fucking put them as. And they're getting a rise out of each and every single one of you. They're trolling the hell out of each and every single one of you. And we're so worried about these trolls, and we're so worried about these situations. Hell, I made a trolls watch list, dude. Specifically for each and every single one of you. It ain't for my fucking beneficial. But I believe in an anonymous, you're under attack every single day. You are a potential target to be taken out. You know? And when you speak truth, you're subject to die. Man, my time's limited. I know my time's limited, but I know when my eyes close that I've done something good. That I've fought a good fight. You know what I mean? I've got a way of... how do I put it? I've got a way and a method behind everything I do. I don't trust my own country. I wouldn't even join my own military. I'm glad I'm not in my own military. You want to know why? Because what if I got to receive that command to go kill my neighbor? Or to go murder my own family? Or to go blow a family away for no reason because they just won't get on a bus? Or they won't take a fucking RFID chip? What is this, man? You people that are talking about going in the military, are you kidding me? Do you not see these things happen? Do you not see North Korean allegations right now? Are you not paying attention to Morbid Person's videos? Are you not paying attention to Anonymous or any of these other activist groups? Why do they do what they do? Why? Because they're overcrowded in their own minds and they just don't know what's best for them? How is my government going to tell me what's best for me? When has that ever worked out? I could sit here and carry on a normal conversation with any of you from different countries and get along with you just fine without my government being involved. So why can't our leaders negotiate and come to a center ground without backstabbing each other's? Because in every single politic or fucking anything you have to do with these fucking crooked, scandalized motherfuckers, they have been chosen. They've been chosen to do things they have. You go and you vote. You think voting's going to do good for you? You think your vote fucking matters? You think your voice is going to be heard when you go to that totem, when that fucking go cast your fucking votes? You think you have the power to elect somebody? Are you fucking nuts? There was a movie that was made, and I remember watching it in high school, about, there was this guy that was an alcoholic. He was a big one, Richard Petty. And he fucking, I don't know, his little daughter or whatever, they lived in a little trailer or whatever, they're really poor. And she went to cast a vote, because she kept saying, all right, Dad, you need to vote, you need to vote. Funny thing is, the guy's name was Bud. And all of a sudden, his house was surrounded because he was the last vote. He was the last fucking vote. You know, no, I don't think that would ever really happen. You want to know why that would never really happen? You want to know why that movie is unrealistic? Because your votes don't count. You think your votes are count? You want to know why they can't find evidence that Russia interfered? Because when you mess with computers, you mess with stock markets, you tamper with enough things, you can make things work out in your favor. Donald Trump is a multi-billionaire, guys. This guy's got hellacious money. Alright? And money is power these days for some reason. Donald Trump can buy anything. Fucking whatever he wants, I guess. But what I don't understand is most of you remember Russia was accused of these allegations. I believe that Russia is working with America on a secret operation that is very covert. I believe that the truth is stretched to make you guys believe a lie. If you throw, let's just say, I tell you a tree is out here, and it's out here in the middle of the fucking yard. Okay, yeah, you may believe me, okay? But if I show you the tree, and it's a fucking bench, oh, well, it's still made of wood? The hell? It's fucking like stretching the truth a little bit, and that's what Bill Clinton always fucking did, which I didn't understand about that motherfucker. How come these presidents and former presidents like Obama, and I ain't got no problem, because he's black. No, believe me, I'm far from that. I'm far from a racist. And I come from the dirty South. And from the dirty South, they don't play around down there. You don't go around saying nigga and all this stuff around there because you get shot. But whites, and I have even seen black folks carrying Confederate flags around. I have not just, and this comes from somebody from the South that was raised up around the Kentucky area. I have seen black folks carrying the rebel flag. So for people to come on here and tell me, oh, well, it's a white people thing. No, you're wrong. You are so wrong. Take it from somebody that's actually got first-hand experience from these things. The rebel flag is not the blame because you want to fight over racism. Just another excuses to look for of things to blame. Has anybody ever looked into a mirror and seen yourself? These politicians don't do that. I don't even think they have a mirror. When they even look in the fucking mirror, they pay too much money for their mirrors, and their own fucking mirror lies to them, for God's sakes. Come on. Oh, they must look like a fucking 70-year-old hat. But it makes them look like a 20-year-old. No. But seriously, man, fucking, these issues, they're only going to grow. They're only going to escalate. There is no middle ground. There is no, just because you're a part of Anonymous, stopping this from happening. When it happens, you and your families are going to get boarded up on the buses. You are going to be monitored. And for you people in the Georgia area, I got a little something special for you. You need to watch your ass. Because here soon, you and your families are going to be in very, very great danger. And I'm not just threatening you or coming on here and just, blowing smoke from my ass. But I'm going to say it like this. Your houses have been marked with red X's and blue dots. Each and every single one of you are labeled. And the government's getting all these complaints and calls. Why are these dots in front of our house? Why is our house marked? Are you guys doing construction? Oh no, there's too many X's and dots for that. Your mailboxes are being fucking labeled, for God's sakes. Come on, people. Don't you know? Just look outside. Not all of our neighborhoods are labeled like that, though. Not all of our neighborhoods have red X's and blue dots. I don't mind knowing right now where I'm at. But, and this is what I've heard, if you have a red X, blue dot, this basically would explain, because the system, the population's growing more and more and more, and for each person that is accounted for that comes onto the face of the earth, you have to have a social security number, aka tracking number. So that way the government can keep tabs on you, keep tabs on your family, how many children you have, whatever you do. You go fucking file for a job, you will find that out real quick here in America. You will be doing W-4s, you'll be doing W-2s, you'll be fucking... Who the taxes going to who, how many spouses you have. You can lie. Some people just lie on their applications, but they do say on those applications that, you're subject to imprisonment for lying about some of these things. Oh, don't you lie to the government. Oh, no, that's the worst sin you could ever do. Because the big bad government's going to come to knock you down and take everything you have. They want you to fear them. They want you to be scared of them. And then you get some stubborn motherfuckers like us, Anonymous. They just ain't gonna take no for an answer. They ain't gonna take a back seat to these motherfuckers for nothing. The only way to get us to listen is by forcefully coming and holding us at gunpoint or something. They're going to have to do another method because their method ain't working. Their method of control ain't working. If we're so mind controlled, then why why are we not slaves? We are slaves. I know this. Your money's being taken from you each and every single day. You go work your ass off, collect your paycheck. Each and every single one of you are millionaires. Each and every single one of you are all millionaires. Did you know that? Oh, the government don't want you to know that. They'll say, give me proof. Okay. I can't really get physical actual proof because something like that is archived. But what I can get is a good hacker friend of mine that knows the system and knows how to fuck the system. And to let you guys know that, yeah, you are each and every single one of you are millionaires. Your taxes, you have taxes, right? Your whole lifetime of working, money's been taken from you. Some of you, you may have $5 million sitting in the bank and not even fucking know it. I can only imagine how much I'm worth right now. Some of you are worth $2 million, believe it or not. When you die, your net worth, yeah. And I know this sounds crazy. I know this sounds like it's absurd and it's hard to believe, but you are all millionaires. Even you guys sitting out there homeless on the streets right now eating from trash cans, you are millionaires. Yeah. I'm coming on here live and telling you this. You're being lied to. They, of course, they got to make profits somehow off of you. And I'm not just talking about little bitty profit of like, okay, well, I'm going to get 50 cents here, 50 cents there. I'm talking about fucking millions worth of profits, people. This is money to feed your children. This is money to put food on the table. This is money for fucking you to pay your car payment or to pay your bills that's being taken from you while you go bust your ass off working for this government. And, Grandma and Grandpa died in 2010. They were married for 52 years, okay? And they told me one thing. Back in the 1930s, everybody worked together. The community was all about each other. They would bring each other. They would go pick berries off of the bushes. They were all about herb medicines. And these pharmaceuticals don't want you to know about your herbs. They don't want you to know about these things. Because let me tell you something. If you know how to use herbs, if you know how to use all these things, they're losing money. They're losing profits off of you. They want you to come buy their medicines. What do you think they use in their medicines? Oh, they put whatever they want in them. But God knows what they put in those motherfuckers. But they mix them into a little capsule. You do your little thing, and it causes an effect in your body. When you take herbs and you mix them with chemicals, that's not good. I'm sorry. Pharmaceuticals can tell you whatever the fuck they want to tell you. That's not good for your body. And you take too much of those medicines, you can overdose from a lot of them, man. I have never heard of anybody overdosing from herbs. I've never heard of it. I know people, good friends of mine, they drink herbal teas, they do stuff like that. I'm a part of a witches coven, so everybody in there is all about their herbs. Most of the people about their herbs, they believe in smoking pot, by the way. Why is pot illegal? Why aren't all herbs illegal? Well, I guarantee you, if a lot of people used herbs and pharmaceuticals wasn't making enough money, they would make all herbs illegal. For God's sakes, for real. It would be illegal to be seeing you out there in the park picking a herb, picking some red clove or something, and they'd come and arrest you for it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a place right now that is illegal. You can't go pick herbs. But for every plant, for every flower that's been put on this earth, it all has a purpose. But the pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know that. Because the moment you figure that out, you'll learn to manipulate them. It's all about technique. It's all about being one step ahead of your opponent. And these people are not your friends. Let me tell you that right now. They'd rather you die today. They'd rather to leave your families and your loved ones to pay for your funeral and just see you 6 feet under. That is what these people want for you. They don't care about you. They don't care about your lives. You kidding me? But they get to go home to their freaking children every day, to their little, $5 million mansions or whatever, and get to go scamming people or whatever they do best, it's not right, man. If you guys learn to come together as a community, you learn to stick to your own medicines, make your own things, do your own things. And I know whenever you have a sick loved one or something, it's like you're like, whoa, I got to do something. But it's like, It may take longer for a herb to kick in, but it works. Give it 24, 48 hours, it'll work. You learn to make, and the potions are real. That's what I call them, as potions. You mix certain herbs and ingredients together, it basically creates things. And some of these herbs even are cures for cancers. Oh yeah, they don't want you to know that. Some of these herbs get rid of tumors, but you got to take them over a certain amount of period of time, you know. And that's what I do know. And I do know the pharmaceutical company. Oh no, those have bugs on them. Are you fucking kidding me? What was you know how many bugs you eat a fucking day? God, people, it never ceases to amaze me, man, that people are so blinded. If an EMP fucking struck right now and none of you guys had cellular devices and everything, how many of you would know survival? How many of you would know, okay, these berries are good for me, these berries are poisonous? How many of you would know, okay, well, yeah, this is how you cook a squirrel, this is how you skin it? How many of you would know basic survival skills to keep yourself and your families alive? Not many of you would. Not many of you would. You know? Because there comes a time that people get attached to their cell phones. They get so attached to, you know, things, and, I mean, they don't really see the beauty of things. I mean, fucking look around me. This right here is pure beauty. Just to think that one day it may not be here really disturbs me. You know? My whole life, I've been around trees, I've been around plants, I've been around things like this and things of this nature, you know, and you guys, you're being blinded from the truth. You people that have been around for a little bit longer, you do know, you know, some about these plants, but you don't know them all, because you can even use the internet for this. And the internet sometimes lies, but sometimes you get full books on the internet, which I do like reading books here and there on herbal plants and stuff. But they'll explain to you for what each plant is for, what each plant can cure, and what's behind the plant, and if it's poisonous and what not to mix it with and stuff. You guys need to know these things, because the way they're talking, man, they're talking about things wrapping up here very, very soon. They are talking about devices being knocked out. They are talking about power being knocked out completely. You know, and people are going to die. Of course, you know, FEMA's going to come in. We're here to help. We're here to help. Board the buses. And if you don't get, you know, and I know that whenever that day strikes and the FEMA's going to roll up, I'm probably going to be having a 30-06. Probably going to be smoking a cigarette, and I'm probably going to be sitting somewhere with a shotgun in my lap. Because that will be the day that I will be making my last stand with my Guy Fawkes mask on my face and going down into a bloody mess. You know, so I wanted to come on here because we're talking about November 4th, these things happening. Okay, whether these things happen or not, you guys need to take precautions for you and your families. I ain't saying go out for a doomsday special and go buy fucking, like, outrageous stuff and blow your money for no reason. I'm saying look up and study and research, for God's sakes. Know about these things. You know? You guys need each other, man. Work together as a community. We survived about electricity before. Amish do it every fucking day. If the Amish was put in this situation, more than likely they'd survive. They know how to make jams. They know how to use herbs. They know how to make medicines. The Indians know how. They live in this, man. Nature is their breeding ground. Some of you have Cherokee in you. But that don't make you Cherokee smart, I'll tell you that right now. But you're not dummies. Books are becoming more and more scarce. Books, they contain knowledge. They contain power. Books give you a meaning. Books explain things. You guys need to be aware of these things. You guys need to know that your government is not for you. They are against you. You know? They keep the wealthy alive, you know, and they kill off the poor. And unfortunately, you don't see me sitting in a limo right now, do you? No, I'm sitting there in a fucking leather jacket sitting there talking to you. You know? You get people that actually give a damn. you get people that actually come out here and take the time out of their life, it seems like the poor people know how to stick together a lot better. You know? These generations have been spoiled. Things have been handed me down from their parents, and they're living from, their parents' expenses, you know? So, all I got to say is prepare for war, because something's coming. These events that have been happening all the way to yesterday at that Thornton Walmart or whatever, and that shooting had happened, and on Halloween, I know that there were 2 shootings that happened. There was an elementary school, a person that was held hostage. There's been so much shit that's been going on, people. And it's been happening every day. I've been noticing. All the way to the freaking Las Vegas and Paris attacks, and all these things, man. So, I think that, in a way, they're trying to instill fear upon people, which does make me... I didn't believe it at first, but I'm starting to think that Antifa does have a little something to do with the government. And I believe that some things are kind of rigged, so to speak. But I can't prove that. So I can only give my biased opinion on what I think and the way I feel about it. And I'm not saying go trust my judgment, but I'm just saying, theoretically, I believe these things are accurate. And you guys deserve good, happy lives. You guys don't deserve to be killed off like this. You know, I see each and every single one of your faces on a fucking daily basis coming in here to my videos, doing what you do best, coming and talking to me. And, you know, some of you will message me and, oh, Morbid, I'm just not having the best day, man. What do I do? Any way to fucking help you, man. I'll do anything to fucking help each and every single one of you. But here's my problem. You want to know what haunts me? Each and every single one of your faces. And in the back of my mind, knowing that one day you're going to be killed off for a bad reason, for a reason that doesn't have a cause. You're going to be killed off for money. Because of greed. Because of what hatred has done to humanity. It has taken away their humanity and made them into some monsters they're not. Power greedy motherfuckers. Our founding fathers, yeah, they wasn't like this, man. They were secretive. And their governments were not with bad and ill intentions. Hell, George Washington was supposedly a Christian man. But there are dark secrets about him, too, and I'm not going to get into that. But you guys, like I said, just come together in your community. You got to unite. I understand people may have vendettas for each other and stuff, man. But whenever, those buses start lining up and those military starts rushing in and yanking you from your houses and your children, you're going to be like, I wish I would have listened. I wish I would have been more prepared. And I'm trying to take that regret away from you by telling you to prepare, telling you that it is coming and warning you. But, I'm just a doomsdayist. I'm just this or I'm that. You can say what the fuck you want about me, because I don't give two shits what you think. But let me tell you one thing that I do care about. I care about your well-being. I care about what the outcome's going to be. And I care about whether you live or die. So, my main thing is you need to be preparing. Anonymous calls this Operation Doomsday. North Korea, all it would take is to launch one missile to hit America, and you're going to have a whole fucking country of just nothing but blown out power from a nuclear, fucking explosion. It's just... This isn't like World War II, where just all these people just get killed off and it's that. It's every person for themselves. This is just what's going to happen, people. And if you're not ready, man, then it's just going to be cheers. It's just going to be going your own separate way and doing your own fucking thing. What's even is sadder is the fucking police departments and the FBI and even the Central Intelligence Agency. And because I know some people that they've worked prior to these organizations, and they're even like, what orders are you receiving from this government? Because it's completely irrational. They'll tell some of these people, I'm not defending them by any means, I'm not fans of FBI or Central Intelligence, but they get some pretty weird fucking orders coming in there on a daily basis about the things they got to deal with and the things not to reveal because it's too classified. They're hiding something very, very big, and something very, very big is about to come out and be in the open here very soon, and it's going to shock all of you. So be ready. And remember, unity, that's how we're going to bring down the system. So get ready, everybody, because something big's coming. Don't know if it's on November 4th, don't know if it's tomorrow, don't know if it's next day, don't know if it's going to be 2 weeks from now, don't know if it's going to be a month from now, I don't know when. But, oh yeah, I got a person that's telling me to unblock George Fox. That ain't going to happen. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and deal with some anonymous drama and go ahead and do what I do best. And you guys need me, just please feel free to hit me up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today, and hopefully it woke some of you up. Please study your herbs. Please study your survival. Please, just kind of fill yourself out. Just figure out where you belong, man. And this is Morbid Persongy coming to you live with Pirate Sect. And got a few days on November 5th. It's coming. And hopefully it all turns out for the best. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Don't expect us. We're already here. Revolution, it's coming. Remember, the 5th of November.